What's going on, everybody? This is the halftime report, the Halas Hall halftime. Just got done watching the first half of this Bears game. Bears Vikings just picked up the first half. Bears are up 10-6. Vikings finished it with a
I'm
59-yard
trying to hear you,
field goal.
Dustin. It's very loud here.
All right, Sean, if you can't do it, man, it's all good. I'm just gonna chat
I'm
with you.
working. I'm working on it.
All right. If
I'll
you
just
guys
say
were
this. I
with,
think the Bears have been okay. I think the offense needs a little work. It's going to take a little time. We've seen that in this first half. Offensive line, obviously, pre-snap penalties,
yeah,
big
Sean's at the game,
big big
guys.
problem. They continue to be.
Yeah, and if y'all were with us earlier, Sean accidentally disconnected the stream when he got off. He's having a good time out there today. No big deal. But yeah, Swaggy, Sean, Kyle, and Brandon are at the game. That stadium is loud tonight. The Vikings are having some issues with their offense because of how loud the stadium has been. But I wanted to touch on a few things. I mean, Sean, you just brought it up, the pre-snap penalties. They had 4 in the first half. Two of them by Jonah Jackson here in the second quarter, man. This shit is killing this Bears offense, as you pointed out. Sean.
I'm here.
All right, man. It's tough.
I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to hear you. It's very loud where I am, and we've got the earphones, so I'm trying to hear you.
I got you. So yeah, the pre-snap penalties, as you said, Sean, they're killing this offense. Caleb is throwing them out of some issues. He did on that most recent one by Jonah Jackson. So, I mean, I think the story of the game, from my perspective, for the Bears offense has been Caleb Williams' legs. He's made plays in the pocket, maneuvered to get out of trouble often, and he's ran for some big first downs. And on defense, man, it's Dio. Dio has been dominant in this fucking game. I have loved everything that Dio has done. He's caused pressures that have caused sacks. He has gotten at the quarterback consistently, and he has set the edge, man. Dio is doing exactly what the Bears paid him to do up to this point, and it's pretty fun to see that is actually working out.
It was one of our biggest concerns going into the season was what Dio would do, and Dio actually in week 1 has showed up, as you just pointed out, Dustin. And we have to correct these. Yeah, we have to correct these pre-snap penalties, and we have to be able to make this offense run a little bit more efficient. The Bears, personally, in my opinion, should be up by a little bit more right now.
Yes, they should. Yes, they should.
Yeah, this offense needs to get in sync. It's something that we worried about, and it's rearing its ugly head as we sit here live at Soldier Field. Pre-snap penalties. Hopefully the second half adjustments here, we can clean it up just a little bit, and the Bears can work this offense, and we can extend this lead against Minnesota and walk away. The Bears are dominating, in my opinion, this Minnesota team and making JJ McCarthy look like a rookie quarterback in this offense so far, in Minnesota's offense so far.
Yeah, no, Minnesota's offense has not really had anything, and the Bears are dominating this game, which is why the 10-6 score at half is pretty concerning to me. The Bears should have a much bigger lead than this. You're looking at a time of possession of 18 minutes for the Bears, 11 minutes for the Vikings, 172 total yards to 80. I think in the second quarter, JJ McCarthy had 1 out of 2
They cut me out. The signal. It's a silence.
I mean, everything. Bears are doubling them in first downs. The penalties are what is keeping the Vikings in this game. And I mean, again, a 59-yard field goal tying the record for the longest at Soldier Field to end that half makes this a 4-point game, and the Bears should be comfortably in the lead in this game. So that is concerning for sure. If this second half the Vikings figure some stuff out offensively, this could get real scary. And as James points out here, the running game has just kind of been non-existent. I'd like to see more Monungai. You need some more power running. You saw the Vikings figure out that they can run Jordan Mason on this Bears defense, and that is going to work in the second half if they go back to it. They didn't go to it enough in my mind. But every time Jordan Mason touches the ball,
you know what's funny about that, Dustin? Kyle and Brandon and I were just talking about we need to see more Monungai.
Yeah.
We don't, obviously, we've talked about this on previous shows. We don't want to see DeAndre Swift running in between the tackles.
Not between the tackles. Yeah. No, he's your game breaker. You need Monungai to change the pace out there. They need that.
Yeah, it's a little distressing. I actually said this a few minutes ago. I've really not been happy with the Bears' game plan going into this game and the way that they've run this first half, I thought it was a little not what I expected, I guess I would say.
I think
I want to see more of a guy. I want to see them be more aggressive up the middle, in between the tackles, and set up that play action and set themselves up with some more big plays. And that just hasn't happened thus far in the first half. So hopefully we get some second half adjustments here from Ben Johnson, and we get some play action. We get some run up the middle, and then we get some play action off that run up the middle or run in between the tackles, and we start seeing this offense run a little bit more efficiently. Sorry.
I think you've been seeing the Bears try to utilize the play action. It's not being honored as much as you would like because, like you said, the run game has just not been established enough. But the Vikings seem to be downfield covering these guys well because Caleb, when he comes out of that play action, is having to take checkdowns every time. But what you do like to see is that Caleb is taking the check down. DeAndre Swift is there all day, and he's taking what the defense gives him. He was 10 for his first 10 of 11 to start the game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he has been efficient, and he has made some great plays with his legs, and that is the story of the Bears offense, as I said. Caleb's ability to run the football and maneuver in the pocket. The O-line is holding up decent against this pass rush, but one thing we saw, Sean, at the end of that fucking first half is that Flores figured out I can just blitz this dude and it's going to cause problems. Once he started blitzing, the Bears O-line was giving it up, and Caleb had nowhere to go with the ball. If he continues to blitz in the second half, the Bears are going to have to counter that and keep an extra blocker in because they were not handling the five-man rush with their five guys. It just wasn't happening. And that's concerning to me.
I agree with you 100%, Dustin. The Bears have to be reactive, right, or proactive instead of reactive here in the second half. Hopefully, they start running downhill and start controlling the line of scrimmage a little bit more here in the second half, and they can take control of this game and start taking control of Minnesota because the Bears have been the better team on the field. And right now, it looks like they've made some mistakes. It's early again in the season. They're going to work some, things out. But I believe personally, the Bears are going to get this thing right here in the second half. Ben Johnson, second half adjustments, get some downhill rushing, get Caleb Williams a little bit more comfortable in this pocket.
I think he's been pretty damn
comfortable. We're going to win this football game.
I think he's been pretty damn comfortable in the pocket in terms of being a magician, man. Some of the ways he's made guys miss has been super impressive.
Yeah, he's commanded it well. It well, but he's also missed some open receivers downfield. He's had some opportunities that he missed.
That fourth down,
moving around in the pocket, being a little flustered, but that's okay. And that's kind of what I'm saying. He's got to settle down just a little bit here. Make those plays because there have been players open downfield in this first half. Hopefully, he can settle down and he can make those plays going into the second half. There has been plays left on the field by Caleb Williams, even though he has looked very good in this first half. I will say that, and I believe that 100%. He's left some plays on the field. He's left some open receivers on this field. So hopefully that gets corrected because there's been some big plays, as I said, left on this field. We'll review this tape, and we will watch that, and we will see that. He's missed some players. He's missed some open opportunities, and he has to make those plays when the defense affords it to him.
Well, Sean, the biggest one that he missed was the fourth down that they went for it in the beginning of the second quarter.
Yes.
When Ben Johnson called it, he trusted his quarterback, and he just led DJ way too far. If he had thrown it where it needed to be, thrown it a little earlier, there was nobody there, and that was a first down. He made a bad decision there. When they had another opportunity to go for it on fourth down, Ben thought about it, but he opted to go with the field goal, and I agreed with him there, man. You needed to get those points there. You couldn't have another drive come away with no points. I was with him to go for it, but Caleb needs to make that throw 100%. He's got
100%.
Got to throw.
And
timing,
you know what?
Man.
This is all part of the growth process. So again, I'm not going to be overreactionary in week one, first half of week one. Let's hopefully see some growth here in the second half, and we'll move forward from there.
Sean, I really appreciate you checking in, boss. How you feeling? How's everything going over there?
It's good. Everything's good. I'm sitting out here. I'm trying to get to the bathroom actually, but the lines are very, very long.
I would imagine
at halftime.
It's a packed house. It's a packed house. It's been very loud tonight.
Yeah, it is very loud in here. It is very loud.
Well, Sean, let me hit some of this chat, man. I'm gonna try to get them involved because the main takeaway from the chat has been the penalties, the pre-snap penalties, and the run game. From what I'm seeing,
I'm losing you. I can't hear you. I can't hear
Sean,
you.
Sean, if you leave, don't end the stream.
Okay. I'm not gonna end the stream.
Just close
I'm gonna
out
walk
your
out.
internet.
I'm gonna walk out because I can't hear you guys.
All right, man.
Bear down, everybody. We're gonna get this victory. We're gonna be 1-0. Hey, get victories. The main objective is as you grow, get the W's. So let's walk out of this one with a W, and then we'll worry about Detroit next week. But right now, let's get these W's and let's go from there.
Sounds good, Sean. Appreciate you, boss.
Bear down, everybody.
Bye, Sean. So yeah, man, this game should be a little more comfortably in Chicago's hands in my mind. And I agree with you guys. The pre-snap penalties, the lack of establishing the run, these have been the Achilles heels of the Bears offense so far. I think they are set to take off, and I really love what I'm seeing from Caleb Williams. I think he has looked pretty damn comfortable in that pocket, and I think he has been making plays where there weren't any. You know, this offensive line is going to have to hold up against a Brian Flores defense that's going to blitz the hell out of them in this second half. I think you saw two things that the Vikings figured out. Sorry, three things. The first thing is that J.J. McCarthy is not very good. That's the first thing that the Vikings figured out. They are going to run the ball with Jordan Mason, and they figured out that works. Jordan Mason is going to be heavily involved in this offense in the second half. And Brian Flores has said, fuck it. He was letting Caleb sit back there and pick the defense apart. His secondary is not very good. He needs to get pressure. He is going to send blitzes. And Caleb is going to have to navigate that and pre-snap wise adjust the protection to make sure he has the protection he needs to make the throws. And when it's time to make the throw. Don't hold the ball too long. Play within the timing of the offense. And yeah, I agree with you guys. The tight ends have been non-existent as well in this game. We need to see Cole Kmet and Colston Loveland getting involved in this thing. That's going to create huge mismatches against this team, especially with Harrison Smith not in the game. Bizzo, I agree with you. Monungai needs to get the ball more. They need to establish this power run. They need to get some tough yardage here and kind of beat this team up a little bit to open up the passing game. You just keep sitting Caleb Williams back there and Brian Flores wants to keep teeing off on them. It's going to lead to some bad things. And we saw that towards the end of that first half. Swaggy says, I'm a little bit excited for Monungai this half. Yep, that's exactly what Vizzo was saying. We are all looking for Monungai to be a little more heavily involved in this offensive game plan in the second half. I think it's really going to come down to that for both of these teams. Who can establish the run and who can shut it down on the other side? Because I thought this might be a 27-17 game. It's looking like a 17-13 game. And you got to adjust. And these two coaches are going to be very good at adjusting at half. Sorry, I mean Flores and Allen too. There's multiple coaches in both of these locker rooms that are going to be able to adjust to what happened in the first half for the second half. I think the one thing that the Vikings cannot adjust though, guys, is that J.J. McCarthy can't be trusted to make these throws right now. He's not looking good. He's looking rattled. Again, so far the first half, guys, my key player of the game has been Dio. Dio has been unstoppable. He is bull rushing. He's setting the edge. They cannot run on his side. He's doing everything I expected him to do, and I've been very impressed with him. I expected it, but it's good to see it. It's good to see it being executed on the field. Dio is my MVP of this game so far. Caleb Williams is that guy on the offensive side. My notes, man, I expected KOC to hammer Mason right on that third drive, and that's what he came out and did, and I think he saw that it worked. The Vikings took a shot in the second quarter, and Nahshon Wright looked really bad on that play, guys. He didn't even turn his head around. Just completely kept running right through the receiver. Easy pass interference to call. You got to be better than that. We got to be better than that in the second half. You got to turn your fucking head. You know, J.J. McCarthy's not going to complete that pass, but if you give him pass interferences to get him down the field, they can then run it in. That's a problem. Mason has 4 rushes for 14 yards. Yeah, it's been efficient on what he's done so far to me. And he had one that was called back on a hold. That was a really good run, Swaggy. So, I mean, like, it's not just about the stats. Every time he touches the ball, he's been able to kind of carve up the interior of this defense. I look for them to go at that hard in the second half. Dio just pops up in my notes throughout this, guys. I think McLeod has been looking decent. Number 24, he's actually been hanging in there in terms of coverage. So, I mean, that's good. You know, not having Jalen and Kyler Gordon in this game is really hurting the Bears, and obviously TJ Edwards as well. Edmonds has looked all right. Sewell has looked okay. He had one really nice play where he set the edge, didn't bite on. It was a reverse to Aaron Jones. He didn't bite on the play fake, and he kept the edge, and that was a big play. The best throw of the game was a 30-yard pass from Caleb to DJ Moore. Caleb looked great on that. DJ made a couple of people miss after. Swaggy says, I could literally feel the nation turn the game off at one point. Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was going to start out with like offensive heavy for the Bears, and then they just have not been able to get it going since that first drive. And that's concerning. When you let a team that you're beating and kind of handling, you let them hang around in a game like this, we see it all the time. That team finds a way to win. That you cannot give them the opportunity to stay in this game. The biggest thing here is that the Bears get the ball in the second half. That's coming up. We're about to get to it. So you got to come out and score a touchdown. Ben was not going to settle for a field goal on that first drive of this game. You could feel it. It was going to be a touchdown. You need to have that same feeling in the second half. Come out, score a touchdown, get it done. Put this game out of reach. Just put this team away. Do not let them hang around, because if you do, you will lose. Caleb zippy pass and Rome feet down. Yeah, that scramble drill, that Rome's going to be Caleb's guy in those situations, and I'd like to see a little more of that, to be honest. The second half is about to be starting up here, guys. The pre-snap penalties need to go away. Need to establish the run a little better here to get that play action going, to make life a little easier on Caleb. I feel okay, but I'm a little concerned that the score is as close as it is. 4-Star Chicago Sports is here with you. The guys are at the game. I'm here, taking it all in from my couch. I'm happy to be here with y'all. I appreciate y'all for joining me. Second half going. All right, Swaggy, appreciate you. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Bear down. Let's see the Bears take this thing home. Peace.